Alright, hello all you crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite and welcome back to making a 3D RPG in Game Maker Studio. So in this video, I'm going to take a bit of a break from combat, and I'm going to work on the game HUD that kind of doesn't exist yet aside from the compass. The character overlay that should be at the top of the screen, at least in my mind it should be there. Right now there's just text showing your HP, your experience, that fun stuff. Let's see, let me close out of the game, and I've made a little drawing on paper of what I want this to look like. I'm going to start by const class there. I'm going to start by adding a few more variables to the class. I've gone and made a little bit of a change to the game as a whole, so this add class script looks a little bit different. To make a long story short, I made a setting that enables you to see in dog vision, which is like decreased brightness for everything that doesn't have a scent, like people and stuff. So there's now two more variables going into the add class script that are for like brightness settings. I could show that off at the end of the video if I remember. What argument number am I up to? I'm up to 14, so I can add one more argument before I have to do some other method of adding variables to the classes here. I'm going to make this profile. And I'm going to say profile equals argument 15. And instantiate class, or in the class is a thing. Let's see, there's also a nose. I tried making it so that you can see the character's nose in first person. The dog nose, the chicken beak, that sort of thing, but it didn't look very good. I think I mentioned that in a past video, but I'm not sure. Anyway, it just doesn't do anything right now. Anyway, profile equals, this is going to need to be a background because it's an image, a profile image. Characters, animals? No. Where are we? Oh, it's a sprite, I think. SPR character. So there's these are just random images off Google Images. Dog, chicken, and snake. Okay. So profile is going to equal, it's going to be an image index, so it's going to be 0 then. And I can close out of there, close out of there. Chase is 0. Fowler, the bird, is 1. Joey, the snake, is 2. Okay. Now, in game overlay, game whatever it was, what did I make it? It's in graphics. Draw game HUD down at the bottom here. Instead of doing all this, I'm going to comment this out. I'm going to leave in the draw set H line, I think. I'm going to draw sprite at 96, 96. How about? No, 64, 64. Because that's the sprite image is centered, so I need a center point for the sprite origin instead of the corner. Oh, sprite first, SPR character active.profile for the image index 64, 64. Okay, let's start with that. Should I start with that? I'm going to draw a rectangle behind them first. Draw rectangle color. This can be about 30, 30, 98, 98, I think should do it. Color is going to be white. And outline is going to be false. Alright, let's run the game now. That took a long time to compile. I'm going to switch this back to the yo-yo runner instead of the compiler next time I start this up. Just because I don't want it to take 3 minutes to run every time I hit the play button. Anyway, there is a dog in the corner of the screen. Now there is a chicken in the corner of the screen, and the field of view has expanded a little. Because chickens see like that. And there's a snake in the corner of the screen. Perfect. That does what I want it to do. The 2 pixel border might be a little bit small. I might want to expand that to 4 pixels or something like that on the border. So let's go and firstly switch that back to yo-yo runner. 28, 28, 100, 100. Okay, next I need some sort of HP bar, I think. I'll make this prettier later on. For now, let's go and underneath the layer of the rectangle, the profile background and stuff, HP bar. So firstly, var f equals active.current HP. divided by active.hp. And that's going to be the percentage that the HP bar is filled up. Not exactly the percentage, but the fraction that the HP bar is filled up. And then let's say var w equals, I don't know, 240 pixels. This is going to be the width of the HP bar, if you couldn't guess by the name W. And then draw rectangle. Let's go with color again. And this can be from, how about, where do I want it to start? I wanted to start, how about at 100, 100? Where the profile picture ends? No, not 100, 100, maybe 100, 32. And let's have it go 100 plus W to, what about the height? The height can be 8. Let's make the end Y 40. Color, see, white, I guess. And outline is going to be, again, false. And that's going to be the background for the HP bar. Next, we want the actual bar itself. So draw rectangle color again. And instead of, let's make the background a width of 1. 101, 33, 101 plus. I'm going to want this, instead of contracting the inner HP bar by 1, I'm going to want to expand the outer HP bar by 1. If that made no sense, what I just said, that's completely fine, because I don't even know if that even made sense to me, because I'm just talking without thinking right now. 100 plus W times F. All right, the width times the fraction, and 40. And I'll make the HP bar, how about, what color should it be? I'm going to do a Pokemon HP bar, I think, or a Pokemon style HP bar, and say you can have green at full HP, false. Green at full HP, yellow at half HP, and I think it turns into red at a quarter HP. So I'm going to just make a little if-else tree here. If f is greater than 0.5, else if f is greater than 0.25, else. Var c equals c green if you're in good HP. Var c equals c yellow if you're in questionable HP. Var c equals c red if you're in low HP. And then it's just going to draw the color here. And okay, in order to take damage and see the HP bar at different stages, I'm going to need to look at, what was that one cutscene that was like, damage me, and see if the HP meter is working the way I wanted it to. I know I created one of those a long time ago. Test XP, was it? I think it was test HP and XP, but I'm not sure. Test experience. Alright, so that's the one that damages you. Okay. I'm just going to go and run the game, and I'm going to set the NPC to damage to me, and see if the HP bar behaves accordingly. Alright, there's an HP bar, and it's not quite starting out where I want it to, and that's probably something that I should look into. I need to set to test experience. Alright. Damage me, have some experience, I'm damaging you, and it does indeed go down by 10 out of 100. It appears to be more than that. How much damage did you deal to me? Cutscene test what? It's in here somewhere, hang on. Test experience. Oh, you do 25 points of damage to me every time. I thought that was, I got these two numbers mixed up. Anyway, it looks like it did what I wanted it to, so I can close out of there. And why is the, oh. This should be 99, not 9. Okay, that would do it. That would screw it up. Next, I think I should probably draw the text of how much HP you have underneath your HP bar so that you have an exact amount and you're not just you're not just trying to eyeball it, how much HP you have. So draw text at, how about first, I'll draw the level. There's like a level stat, isn't there? Name, cells, there's XP. Do the individual characters have XP? Because they shouldn't. I want this to be a universal stat. Oh. Yeah, let's not do that. And I also wanted to see level. Is there a get level script that I have? There is not a get level script that I have. Okay. For now, I shall just at 100. Let's go 104 so it's a little bit farther away from the picture. 104 56. No, 48, I think. That's the next multiple of 8. That should look decent. If it's overlapping the HP bar a little bit, then that's fine. The text is going to be level plus the string of player.xp. Of course, that's I'll just say exp because I can't be bothered to actually write an equation for a level right now. Next, draw text. What I said I was going to do in the first place. 104 plus, how about w times 3 divided by 4? 48. And completely blanking on what I'm supposed to be drawing right now. Oh, string of active dot current HP slash string of active dot HP, and that should draw the HP total. All right. Hang on, if I were to go back into give experience, test experience, whatever it is. Oh, so this is going to crash the game. Hang on a minute. I have XP scattered between the character, like the player character, the party, and the individual characters. And it really should be, I don't know why I initially made it so that you can have like the different characters with different amounts of experience, because that would make it really hard if you favor one and you try to catch up with the others. So I'm just going to go through this real quick and seek out everywhere, wherever in XP, and see if and make sure that it's referring to the right one. All right, it looks fine from here. I'm going to get rid of this argument to add experience because I don't need it anymore. Just the amount. I can get rid of this line. I can change this to argument of 0. And I think the game should run now. I hope the game runs now, because I don't feel like debugging. Let's go. All right, here we go. The HP bar is now not running off the screen past the profile picture. I need to go and click on you. I need to set. I like how it disappears during the when he's been clicked on. Field effect none. I didn't want that. It's not supposed to do that. I don't know why it does exactly, and I should probably fix that on my own time. Anyway, have some experience. I now have 11. I'm damaging you, and I have 75 HP, and this looks good. I'm just going to move the I'm going to move the text down a little bit because that's not a very wide bar, and I'm thinking there should be a black border now too. All right, I'll draw a black border around the HP bar because it's a little hard to see against the sky and the ground and stuff when it's yellow. For that matter, it's a little hard to see against the white border when it's yellow too. That's a shame. All right, I know what to do next then. Firstly, instead of y equals 48, y can equal 56. Other than that, it's working correctly. And I'm going to draw a couple more rectangles here. And should I make it orange instead of a yellow for mid HP? Nah. Alright, first. Oops, meant to hit enter. C black. And true for outline only. Then let's draw this over the HP bar itself for the sake of doing so. And then after that, I'm going to actually draw a copy of the HP bar. No, how about draw a line color. And this will just be 100 plus W times F. It's going to be Y equals 32. 100 plus W times F. Y equals 40. And C black. And you'll see what this does in a minute. Okay, so the text is now down. There's a rectangle around the HP bar. Going to switch you back to test experience again. Alright, hope I spelled that right. It looks like I did. Damaging me, and there's now a little rectangle. Okay, there's now a little line at the top of the HP bar, rather, so you can see where I am. Alright, you're going to keep giving me experience, and I'm going to keep not taking damage because I can't take any more damage because I'm at 0 HP. Okay, now, the question is, do I want an experience bar too? Like in Pokemon, how you have the experience bar. I kind of do, but I don't know what to do with it exactly because, again, I don't really know exactly what my equation is going to be. So for now, I'm going to comment these so that I know what they are in the future, because God forbid I put this down and come back a day later. HP bar, text, as if that wasn't obvious, experience bar. So let's copy all this, and I'm gonna want to copy this part too. Let's copy all this and get rid of the color thing. And let's see, C white, C blue. F in this case is going to be F is equal to, how about 0 over 1? Leave a little note there. And let's make W a little bit shorter. W equals 200 instead of 240. And anything else? I'm going to need to adjust the Y values here. Y is going to be... Alright, it's 16 pixels below, so I'm going to want another 16 pixels of 72. So 71 for the outer bar. 71? Yeah, 71. That's a telephone. Alright, where was I? Y values for the experience bar. This is going to, that value is good. This needs to be, oops. This value, on the other hand, is not good. That needs to be, what was it before? 99? Not 991, 99. 71 I wanted there. And what is, how thick should the experience bar be? I want it to be thinner than the HP bar, so how about 72 plus, say, 6 pixels? It's going to be 78. So 79 is going to be one more. All right. Now 72, 78. Over here, 72, 78. And down here, 71, 79. And the color can just be, how about a nice blue or something like that, because it's basically blue is not orange, yellow, or red. So that's, I'm going with blue because it's also a primary color. Although depending on which scale you use, either green or yellow aren't primary colors either. Never mind. The color, C. I kind of like the aqua color. Aqua color is closer to the color of the text that's of these constants. The color of the constant text value highlight code syntax thing. So I'm going to go with that instead. C, aqua. here, and here. And all right, now I need to actually have a value. I'm going to have player.xp over, how about 100? That's a very arbitrary equation for HP bars and stuff, but I'm going to do it just for testing stuff so that when the NPC gives me experience, I'll see at least something happen. All right, let's go. All right, here we are. Have some experience. Why, thank you. And yeah, it's basically the color of the sky, I suppose, is the experience bar. You're damaging me. I'm going to keep collecting experience. I'm going to keep taking damage. And eventually, this is going to overflow the bar. As you can see, the little line is slowly creeping towards the NPC's head. That looks hilarious. Alright, that's enough. Am I really 21 years of age? Okay, so the experience bar works. What else did I want to do? I also, now that while I'm here in the game, I guess I'll show off the option for dog vision, as I call it. So you see the NPC is a little bit brighter, and everything else is a little bit darker. If I toggle it like this, you can sort of see. It's more pronounced if you have Joe, the snakes. Now you can see the NPC is way brighter and everything else is way darker. If you've ever looked up images of what snakes see, it's not exactly this, but I could not be bothered to implement a like an infrared vision shader, which is basically what snakes see. But it's better than nothing. So that's an interesting little detail, I suppose. Also, if I were to go back to, let's turn this off now. If I were to go back to settings, gameplay, timescale, if I were to ratchet that all the way up, and you can see the time of day is just flying past on the sidebar, but it does get darker at night. That's another thing I was playing around with shaders earlier. It's getting slightly darker. Not only the sky, but the entire like world as well. It's not a terribly noticeable difference, but it is there, I suppose. It makes the stars and stuff stand out a little bit more. The moon is kind of gone, but that's a thing. Anyway, that's enough with me playing around with shaders. The experience bar is kind of sitting awkwardly against the sky right now, the way that it's just scrolled way past its the limit. Anyway, let me get out of here. And what else did I want to do? I can get rid of this. You know what I should probably do? I should come up with icons for the attack styles. And SPR attack style. And let me just draw something real quick. So that there's going to be like teeth. There's going to be like throw. And there's going to be nerd. Alright, so these are the most professional looking teeth, throwing, and nerd ever. These are totally not program or temporary art or anything. They totally won't be replaced later on down the line when this game is more towards the finished end of production. Let me see. Next, I'm gonna give that a little comment too. But next, how about combat style? Should it be like text or the symbol? Because I feel like it might be neater to have just the symbol. I mean the text. I'll go with the symbol. I'll know what they are, at least for now. And if I don't, then, well, I'm screwed. I'm also debating whether I want to have the equipment displayed on the screen, like the item icon, for armor and, at least for the weapon, if not the armor. Combat style. How about underneath the experience bar? So 78 plus 16 is, what is that? 94. Draw text. How about 104, 70, no, what did I just say? 94? 78 and 16 is indeed 94. Combat style. Space is in the wrong place. And I don't really want anything there. But draw sprite. 104 plus. Yeah, let's get that a space. And because what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw string with combat style. So including the space, that should give a little bit more room to breathe. 94. And I need the sprite index and the subimage. SPR attack style. Subimage is going to be player dot. No, it's going to be active dot. What's the variable that holds the attack style? Oh, it's just called attack style. How nice. Hang on. Okay, so there isn't like a no combat option. All right, just checking. Anyway, I can close out of this. I can close out of this, and active dot attack style is going to be the image index, and I'm going to want to I think center at least if not center along the x-axis, center along the y-axis. The set the sprite origin to 0, 16. How about that? Okay. Yeah, let's run the game. All right, there we have it. You have the HP bar, the experience bar, the combat style, which if I were to hit this key on the keyboard, it would go in chains. That looks so bad. If I thought it looked bad in the sprite editor, it looks really bad now. Anybody offering to do art for me, guys? Anyway, I'm kind of on the fence about whether I want to draw the character's name above the picture or below the picture or wherever there's space. Let me actually change the font. Draw set font. What are they called? Alright, it looks like I think font 20 is the default size and 16 is the next size down. Alright, let's go with that. Draw set should be up here. Font 16, and then down here can reset it to 20. Okay. Let's see if that looks any better. All right, the text is a little bit smaller, which is good. What I'm also going to do, because I have to nitpick about absolutely everything, is I'm going to move the experience bar underneath the HP bar. Do I want to do that? That's going to be a lot of work, because I'll have to change all the coordinates and stuff. Yeah, let's do that. Because it looks a little bit odd when it's split around the text the way it is now. Let's see. I'm going to move this section down so I can group all the text together. And then this is going to be +8. So this is going to be set to 64. 64. And this is going to be -8.
Wrong.
Wait a minute, that's not what I wanted to do. This needs to go up 16 pixels. All right, thinking here. So this is going to be, what's 16? 55 to 63. It's going to go to 64, 64, 63, 56, 56, 55. Okay. I'm still not sure if that's right. I might have wanted to move it up another 16 because I'm trying to think of, like 56 was where the 56 is where this text is centered. Okay, I'm gonna need to move it up another 16. Spatial reasoning, hard at work, except not, because most people probably could have done that like way faster than I did. All right, this is where the coordinates are gonna be, and I'm gonna run the game, and if it doesn't work the way I want it to, then too bad. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But 41 to 48 is the range of pixels, because I don't want it to go to 40 because I don't want it to overlap the HP bar. But we'll see. The game can run already. All right, here we go. It still is overlapping the HP bar a little bit, which I'm not a fan of. Yeah, I don't want the experience bar to overlap the HP bar. If anything, I want it the other way around. All right, so in that case, I'll just draw the experience bar and stuff underneath the HP bar. Okay. All right, here we go. The experience bar is now below the HP bar. That looks a lot better. At least I think it does. And all right. I think this isn't the longest video on making RPGs that I've ever made. It's just the game overlay, or the well, one of the 3 overlays. I do want like 2 more in this corner over here for your inactive characters, but I'll deal with that another day. Next time, hopefully, I'll be doing something a little bit more interesting. But for now, my name is Dragonite. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.